Hello everyone, my name is Angela Cannon and I am the Environmental Education Coordinator with RMSC's Cumming Nature Center. And today I'm here to show you how to make a bug hotel. And you're probably wondering, why would anybody want to make a bug hotel? Well, bugs are really, really important. They are the reason we have all these beautiful songbirds that travel so far every year to come up and be here in the spring and the summer. They are the reason we have beautiful flowers, most of our fruits, many of our vegetables. Bugs are super. And we especially want to protect our pollinators. Right now, it's estimated that about 40% of our insect pollinators are facing extinction. So aside from not using pesticides and protecting land, you can make a bug hotel and encourage those pollinators and other beneficial insects to hang out by your garden, around your home, and wherever you are growing and enjoying beautiful things like flowers. So here, let me show you how. It's really easy. You only need a few things, and most of these things you can probably find around your house or look around in the woods and gather. So some of the materials that I have gathered are Phragmites and knotweed stems. So these stems are hollow, as you can see. They're really perfect for mason bees and other solitary bees. I found that the Japanese knotweed down by the creek from last year is perfect. It's dry, it's hollow. I also collected a lot of herb stems from my garden that have a really soft pith in them that the mason bees and other solitary bees could easily clean out. So I've got those collected. I've cut some to size. I've got some dried grasses, a couple of containers, and this is just an old birdhouse that I am repurposing. I have a bit of a fire log in here, just an end that I drilled some holes in. Now these little holes are going to be for solitary wasps, and these types of wasps are the ones that lay eggs on tomato hornworms, so they're going to help protect my tomatoes. I am stuffing all of the stems with the holes in them in between on the outsides for the solitary bees, and then I have just a little separation spot. I was going to use this for a butterfly house. Butterflies are great pollinators, but I'm going to use this for something different. I'll show you. I collected some dried grasses, including some sweetgrass, and I just have this little leftover flower pot, and what I'm going to do is stuff these dried grasses in here, mostly the flower pots to keep the dried grasses from blowing out of the birdhouse, from birds stealing too many of them, and this will attract ladybugs. So the ladybugs will crawl into the grasses, up into the flower pot. Once one goes in, many, many more will come on in. And the ladybugs are really beneficial because they eat aphids and other pests in my garden. And these are the native ladybugs. I'm going to stuff that in there and give it a little push. Add another few more of these tubes, and I've got a really cool bug hotel made out of some repurposed and found items. You can also make a much more simple version just using a can. This is a tin can. You could use a piece of PVC piping, maybe an old flower pot, a plastic pot. And all you need to do is hammer a little hole in the end with a nail and hang a piece of string. I painted my can so it wouldn't be all shiny and detracting. I tried to make it look a little bit more natural and camouflaged. And then I've just been stuffing all of the stems in here. It's better if there's some sort of overhang to protect the bees. They don't want their houses where they're laying their eggs anyway. Once the female lays her eggs, she's going to mud it over. If she's one kind of bee, a mason bee, she's going to use little bits of leaves. If she's another kind of solitary bee, a leaf cutter bee, and then she's going to leave and go on and do her business. That's why she's a solitary bee. But they do need some protection, so I'll probably hang this like under an eave since I don't have anything hanging over the side. But tin can works great, just painted and a string. This is a really simple one. Another simple method is to take an old log like this, and all I did was found a nice weathered log. You want weathered wood, untreated wood for the most part. And I've got a little plank of wood. I hammered it on with some fencing nails, staples actually, that I had, and a cord here. And now I'm going to drill a few more holes in it. When I am all done, I can make sure that there's not a lot of splinters in here. I can clear out some of the sawdust, but again, just an inch or two. When I hang these up, the most important thing to remember is that they do like to be in the sun. East facing is supposed to be a good method as well, so they're getting lots of sun during the day to keep their eggs nice and warm. And I'll just put it out around the garden, around the yard, and see who comes. I hope that you will be inspired to make a bug hotel for beneficial insects around your place as well. So have fun with this project, and let me know how it goes.